Hello everyone, welcome you all to the 𝐎𝐮𝐫. So UGC NET Commerce and all the state set examination paper to Commerce 100% sure shot previous year question with a detailed explanation we started yesterday. Now this is the second session we are doing it, and daily live sessions for a free YouTube live session. Target June 18th 2024 examination, target JRF. So from today onwards, we started daily 6 p.m. paper 1 marathon will be there, previous year questions, and 8 p.m. commerce marathon will be there. Please do attend this final battle. This last 15 days will be crucial for you to crack the JRF or the net, because how many months you prepared is not important. How much you are revising whatever you studied in last 6 or 8 months. The much revision will give you much conceptual clarity, and the memory also will be there. So the past memory will be recalled automatically to pick up the answer. So if you are first time over here, first of all, do subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon, and do join in our Telegram group and WhatsApp group, whichever the exam you are appearing. If you are state AP and Telangana set, WhatsApp group, and if you are UGC net, Telegram group is available to join. And here UGC NET paper 1 and commerce complete mock test series is there. So both paper 1 and paper 2 mock test series, it is just a 299 only. 17 paper 1 test and 11 commerce tests are available. Commerce aspirants both you can take it at just a 299, which is not even half price of biryani. So with a detailed explanation it is going to be there. The link is provided in the chat box. Just click on that and go with the buying option. It will be added to you. And if you want to place an order for this book magazine, which is for the paper 1, you can purchase it 216 rupees. The link is given in the description. And also Panchamrit revision course, complete revision plus previous year question on topic wise basis. The video classes for the PYQs as well as the regular revision classes. Quizzes, test series, everything will be under one roof for both papers. 1999, single paper it is going to be 999, validity 4 months. తెలంగాణ సెట్ ఆస్పిరెంట్స్ మీరు ఒకవేళ పేపర్ 1 తెలుగు ప్లస్ ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చూస్తున్నట్లయితే తెలుగు ప్లస్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ తో పీడిఎఫ్ ఓన్లీ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం లో ఉంటుంది. తెలంగాణ సెట్ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్, ఏపీ సెట్ ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్స్, నెట్ ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని కవర్ అయ్యి ఉన్నాయి. సో ఇది పేపర్ 1 వచ్చేసి 1800 ఉంటుంది, 1799. రెండు పేపర్లు కావాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళు పేపర్ 2 కామర్స్ ఓన్లీ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం లో ఉంటుంది, పేపర్ 1 వచ్చేసి బైలింగ్వల్ లో ఉంటుంది. రెండు కావాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళకి 2800 అనేది ప్రైస్. సో లెట్స్ గెట్ స్టార్టెడ్. Shall we? Very good evening, very good evening. Question number 1. Daily timing is 6 p.m. paper 1 live session, 8 p.m. commerce live session. Question number 1. Everyday target is 40 to 50 questions of commerce, 30 questions of paper 1. Now let's target 1. Question number 1. Continuation of yesterday's paper. Non-performing asset initiatives in a ascending order, in a chronological order you should arrange it. Chronological order you should arrange it. Non-performing assets. Answer for the question. See, non-performing asset, in order to recover the non-performing asset, we have various initiatives by the RBI. So answer is A. Let me explain what are those initiatives in which year it is. When something is declared as a non-performing asset, when any loan, the interest or principal is getting overdue for more than 90 days, it will be a NPA. First one, Debt Recovery Tribunal in 1993 for decreasing a time to settle down the cases related to non-performing asset. This tribunal was created or established in 1993. After that, Credit Information Bureau in 2000 year, a good information system will bring down the non-performing assets. Because before giving a loan, the Credit Information Bureau will investigate the credit worthiness of the individual or the entities. Corporate debt restructuring plan has been introduced in 2001. So, for reducing the burden on the debts of the company by decreasing the rates paid and increasing the time the company has to pay the obligation back. So, by reducing the interest rate, we are attracting the non-performing assets related borrowers, so that at a lower rate of interest they may be interested to pay to reduce our NPS. Compromise Settlement 2001, it provides that simple mechanism to recover the NPA for the advances below 10 crore. Below 10 crore type of loans will be settled down as part of the Compromise Settlement 2000 and Satisficing Act 2002. Last one, Satisficing Act 2002, which is full form is more important, sir. Please type it in the chat box. Full form: Securitization, Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement Security of Interest. Satisficing Act 2002. That is another initiative which is legal initiative for recovery of the non-performing assets. Next question: which of the following financing decision in the order of preference suggested by the Pecking order? Pecking order. Dead easy question, sir. Pecking order. So answer for this question is option number 2. It is ACB. First, retained earnings is a priority to procure from internal earnings. Later debentures. Later debentures. The third one will be equity. The sequence is that internal financing, later debentures, later equity. Final measure of the source is that equity. Here risk is increasing. Risk increases. Here no risk, somehow more risk, somehow more, because these are the owners. To maintain that funds, it is highly risky in nature. That's why they'll expect a more return. What is repo rate, which is asked in APPSC 2024 recently? Reverse repo rate was asked. What is repo rate? Good evening, Apsarji. Why not regular? So answer for this question is very clear question, very clear answer. Option 3. It is a rate at which RBI lending it to the bank in case of short maturity, means overnight. Overnight it will. When RBI gives a loan to the commercial banks, that will be at a repo rate. When it is taking from the commercial bank, that will be at a reverse repo rate. Both are at a overnight basis only, very short time. In case of emergency situation, for overnight basis, they'll approach this type of loan. Next, under which of the following Information Technology Act, which section? Stealing any digital asset or information is considered as a cyber crime. Stealing of the asset, digital asset. Stealing of the digital asset. అచ్చా ఇప్పుడు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? Section 65 it is. 65. Tampering or stealing. Tampering of computer source documents. Computer source, anything if you are tampering. Or if you are stealing any type of documents, trying to tamper them, trying to damage them, then it will cover under section 65. If a person knowingly, intentionally conceals, destroys, alters, intentionally, knowingly causing another to conceal, destroy or alter any computer source, computer program, computer system, which is required to be kept or maintained by the law time being enforced, then you are punishable under section 65. Imprisonment up to 3 years it will be there, and 2 lakh of penalty. Various penalties will be there. Even I have posted that in Telegram group also, the image. I'll post it again today also if you want. Who coined the term collective bargaining? A straight answer, sir. A straight answer. Who coined the term collective bargaining? Who coined the term collective bargaining? Who coined it? Sidney Webb and Beatrice Webb. He is the one who has given collective bargaining. Collective bargaining. Next here, collective bargaining is first used in 1981 by Sidney Webb, and it involves discussions, negotiation between the employees group and employer group to solve the issue which is created between them. Standard costing, margin of safety, ratio analysis, JIT system. See the question, sir. JIT system, standard costing, margin of safety, ratio analysis. Wow, abrupt wrong answers are coming. Achha, that is for last question, huh? Okay. Now for this question. Answer is 1. How come it is 1? Standard costing is a management by exception, because this is a control technique by the management. Controlling is a function of the management. And margin of safety, sales minus total sales minus break-even sales is the margin of sale. Ratio analysis is the financial forecasting and planning. JIT system is the inventory control. Whenever you receive the order, you place the order for the purchase of inventory. That is a JIT system. Arrange the sequence of decision in manufacturing enterprises. Manufacturing entity. So if it is a manufacturing entity, how the decision steps will be involved. This is applicable only for the manufacturing entities. Option 3 for this question, BACD. How come? First, determine the key factors of production. Key factors. What are the factors? Like a raw material is a key factor, labor is a key factor, direct expense is a key factor, the premises, the machinery is a key factor. We should determine those key factors for the production. Later, making a forecast, how much to produce or how much quantity of production, the price of material, the forecasting need to be done. And what is the estimation of sales in this year? Forecasting means future estimations. Later, consideration of alternative combinations of forecast. Alternative combinations means mix, whether product mix or else a labor mix, material mix. It should be different alternative decisions will be there in the forecasting. Later, we have to combine all the factors which we have identified. Finally, based on that, we should prepare the budget for that. So for preparing a budget in manufacturing companies, how the decision can be happen? Identify the key factor, make a forecasting with respect to production and the sales, and consider the alternative combination of actions to be initiated. Later, combine all factors and make a final budget. Here, what is the probability that a randomly chosen card from a deck of cards that will either be a king or a spade? Either be a king or be a spade. Either be a king or be a spade. Probability of king or spade. Answer is 0377. How come? See, probability of from a deck of 52 cards, we have 13 spades will be there. 13 spades. Like this symbol. This is a spade symbol. Right? And kings, they are saying. Kings will be 4. But out of this 4, one will be there, which is one will be a king as well as spade. One will be a king and spade. So 13 plus 4, actually 17. But one is common between both. So you should not count in both the ways. So out of this 17 divided by 52, minus 1 is common between both. That's why it is 16 divided by 52. 16 divided by 52. Okay, 4 fours are, 4 ones are, 4 threes are. So 4 divided by 30 into 100. How much it will be? So 13. 400 divided by 13. Let's say 400 divided by 13. 13 threes are 39. 13 threes are 39. 1 will come. Then 30. So 30% something. It should be 30% something. Correct now? So finally 16 divided by 32 means 4 by 13 into 100. 400 divided by 13 which is equal to 30 point something will come. Option A. Here it is. Calculation if you want to see. Number of king cards are, one is spade king, one is heart king, one is club king, one is diamond king. So already spade king is there. And number of spades are total 13. In this 13, this spade king is already included in this 13. That's why we are deducting 1. We should count it only the 16. Which is a long-term source of finance. Which is a long-term source of finance. Answer is option 2. Correct. Absolutely. External commercial borrowing is a long-term source. It is simply a long-term loans. Commercial borrowings. CP, factoring, line of credit, all are money market instrument which is a short-term source. Whereas external commercial borrowing is a long-term source. If you can look at this entire chart. Short-term and long-term. Equity, retained earnings, preference, debenture, loan from financial and loan from bank. Whereas short-term are trade credit, factoring, banks, commercial papers, all this. So external commercial borrowings are generally comes under the long-term sources only, which are external. And Leontief production function L is considered as in Leontief production function, which is Leontief is a paradox. So answer for this question is 3. Binding constraint on the production process. They are asking L. L means a labor. So Leontief production function will talk about the fixed proportion of production inputs. Like a capital K, L for labor. Fixed proportion of inputs are required to get the output. But binding constraint in the production process, which is constraint as per the Leontief, labor may be constrained, labor may be non-available sometimes, which is required for the production process. Because in every production process, same labor may not be useful. We require some heavy skilled employee for doing this type of production. In such case, it will be acting like a constraint, means a barrier, which will create a barrier. So that's what even Leontief also stated. Leontief production function named the father of input-output economic, Vasily Leontief. It is also known as fixed proportion production function. We still see that output is being, the Q is the function of capital and labor. So which is L in the question they are asking about, L. A binding constraint 1, somewhere optimal solution is the on the line for a constraint. So if the constraint were to be changed slightly, that if the labor wants to change slightly, then the fixed production function will slightly vary. Inputs will vary automatically if it is not feasible for the production process. In the increasing order of the price elasticity, we should arrange the following products. Increasing order of price elasticity. So answer for this question is 1. CBDA. CBDA. I'll explain with a proper reason. You just look at this one. See, normal goods are generally treated as a nearby necessities. Or sometimes normal goods can be luxuries also. So normal goods doesn't have a specific definition. According to the example, it will move. So for a normal goods, it should be more than 0. More than 0 till the 1, we call it as the normal goods elasticity. If it is exactly equal to 0, then we call it as necessities. Product differentiation. Differentiation means distinguishing the product or service from the others, which is a unique selling proposition. We can say product different from one brand to another. From other, how will we are differentiating it. Third one is durables. A durable good is a hard good, which is for a longer period of time it will be there. So obviously the cars and refrigerator, laptop, AC, all these are more than one elasticity. And homogeneous products are positive. Homogeneous products are nothing but perfectly elastic in nature, which is positive till the infinity. +1 till the infinity it will go. Till the infinity it will go. So if you look at also option A, first one is necessity, second one is differentiated product. Different products will have a different elasticity. Later durable goods, which is more than one, and here homogeneous is till the infinity also it will. Stephen Linder, Raymond Werner, Heckscher and Oaklin, Adam Smith. This is Sida question, sir. Answer is 2. Stephen Linder is matched to country similarity theory. Raymond Vernon, product life cycle theory. Heckscher and Oaklin, factor proportion. Adam Smith, absolute advantage. Comparative advantage theory given by David Ricardo. Paul and Kevin, golden competition theory also there. Paul and Kevin. Porter diamond theory, Michael Porter. GST 2017, which is not a feature of GST. Not a feature of GST. Please do hit a like button if you like a session. If you don't like a session, you may hit dislike button also. So answer for this question is option number C it is. B and E. Because they are saying GST is principle on the origin base. Wrong. GST is based on the destination base. Origin base rather than the destination. No, GST is finally burden on the consumer, which is a destination based taxation. So which is not correct. GST applicable to all goods and services without any exemption. There is a negative list. GST will not apply on petroleum products like aviation, turbine fuel, crude oil. All this GST will not apply. There is a negative list also. Next, target capital structure, optimum capital structure, cost of financial distress, Modigliani-Miller proposition number 2. So answer for this question is 2. Target capital structure. This is target, this is optimum. Target and optimum. If you look at target capital structure is a debt at which the ratio of the firm strive to achieve. Target means strive, means wish to achieve. This is what a target capital structure we try to procure. We wanted to procure. And optimum capital structure, the structure, the capital, mix of all the sources of capital, where the cost of capital is low, value of the firm is high. That is called as an optimum. Value of the firm is high, cost of the capital is low. Where the cost of capital is minimum and value of the firm is high, that is the optimum capital structure. Financial distress means the cost due to increase in ratio. Whenever more debt content is there in the capital structure, then obviously we are depending more on the outsiders. So that will dilute the control of the equity holder, which causes a financial distress. Modigliani-Miller proposition number 2 has considered the tax, which is a real world assumption. Expected yield on equity capital equal to pure equity return plus a premium for financial risk. This financial risk premium has been added by the Modigliani-Miller in the proposition number 2. In the previous proposition number 2, he never assumed that risk is exist in the market. And he has also assumed in the previous proposition that taxes are not exist. But in the proposition number 2, taxes are existed and risk is also to be considered. Some doctors charge patients for missed appointment because the service value existed only at that point and disappeared when the patient did not show up. It's an example of which are the characteristics of service marketing. So answer for this question is obviously perishability. Perishability means, see, if I'm taking a class in this live session, if I am taking this class in this 8 p.m. to 9:30, you should be here to take the live class. But once it is done, you cannot take the live class. You have to watch only the recording. So whenever the service is being scheduled to provide, you have to be available at that time. So when doctor appointment you have taken, you have to go for the appointment, go for the checking at that time. Once it is done, it's perishable. Means already completed one. It is lost. So there are 4 characteristics. Intangibility, inseparability, variability, perishability are the 4 characteristics of services. Intangibility means services cannot be seen, only we can feel. And services cannot be separate from you. Without a teacher, teaching cannot happen. Without a doctor, treatment will not happen. So service provider and services will not be different. It should be inseparable. And here, variability. Every teacher is having their own way of teaching. Like each teacher quality may differ. Each doctor treatment will be differ. So variability will be there in taking services. Perishability means services cannot be stored for later use. As and when they are providing, the service receiver also has to take it. Next, which is not correct about RTI Act 2005? Which is not correct about RTI Act 2005? Answer is clearly 1. A, RTI Act came into force on October 12, sir, not 13. October 12, 2005. Any citizen, A, any citizen may request the information from the public authority. Actually, any citizen. Is it correct? Any citizen? Answer is given as an A, B, E. A, B and E. Actually, this statement is correct. But which is wrong, in this? Only from public authority you can request. From the private authority, the RTI Act will not apply. You cannot request from the private authorities. Any citizen can request, but only from the public authority. For getting applicant has to pay 10 per page. Actually, 10 rupees per application. Per application 10 rupees. Per page of information 2 rupees you need to pay per page. 10 rupees is for the application. So A, B, E are the wrong statements. October 12th and any citizen from the public authority only, that is government. And the fee is that 10 per every application and 2 per page, 2 rupees per page you need to pay for the documentaries. Which is not example of compressed data. No, any citizen is correct. So, which is not an example of compressed data. Answer is given as an 1, sir, data array. Compressed means whatever the data is there, we are trying to concise as much as possible, summarize as much as possible. Data array is not a compression of the data. In histogram, we will try to create a graph which is going to be like this, the histogram, which is compression of data. O-give curve, we will be drawing a graph. This is a less than O-give curve, more than O-give curve, middle one will be. This is like a curve only. Frequency distribution, frequency polygon also will be there. Whereas data array is an arrangement of the data, but it is not a compression of the data. So data array is one of the simplest way to presentation. Presentation wise, how to present data array will take care. But data array will not be compressing a data into a less data formation. So it's arrangement of raw data in ascending or descending order. That is data array. Like tables will be there, tabular presentation. Arrays will be created in that. But that's not a compression. Which are the positional averages? We have two types of averages, mathematical averages, positional averages, right? Khatam ho gaya energy. What happened by? Only 40 minutes. If energy goes on, how will you sit in the exam for 3 hours? Answer is 1. B and C. B and C are the positional averages. We have two types. One is positional averages. One is mathematical averages. Mathematical. Positional means median, mode, partition values. Whereas mathematical AM, HM, GM are the three things. Mathematical. Next, cost audit for material covers. So for doing a audit for the cost, audit for the material, cost audit for the material. See here, if you look at the methods of calculating standard cost variance, cost includes material, labor and expenses, all. So it cannot be only for the material. Classification of overhead, this is indirect expenses not related to material. Accounting for scrap, wastage, materials, this is for the materials only. How much input is given to the material, and in that how much wastage is there, how much scrap is there, how much spoilage is there, how much pilferage is there. That we have to account for it. And goods inward, when you purchase the goods, how much the goods received note will be there. Goods received note, purchase order, and how much quantity has received in a go down, how much sent for the production. That is the inward procedure. Accounting treatment for under or over absorption is related to overheads, not related to material. So obviously this is also not correct. A and D are the correct. Option A. A and D are correct. Option A. Next, pricing strategy for setting high price. When a product is introduced, later they'll decrease the price. High to low, high price to low price. Answer will be skimming. Skimming is initially high price, later low price. Penetration is initially low, later high. Dumping means selling at low price in foreign market. Selling at a low price in foreign market as compared to the domestic. Peak load means seasonal pricing. Like the mangoes will be high cost in summer. Later it will be low price. Umbrellas also will be high price. Coconut also will be high price in summer. Next. Which of the following sequence is implied in the Indian Contract Act? Wow, 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 wow. Every question is a jalebi. Quickly, quickly, fast, fast. Fastest finger first. Answer is 4. Yes, you are correct. Answer is 4. Offer or proposal, later acceptance, agreement. Sorry, later acceptance, promise, later agreement, later contract. Offer, acceptance, promise, agreement, contract. I am okay. Sorry, I am not okay. You are not okay. I am okay. You are not okay. I am okay. You are okay. I am not okay. You are okay. Life positions. 4 life positions. 4 life position matching. Saranya, come to the live, Saranya. You are too far in live. So answer for this question is option number 1. Why? I am not okay, you are not okay. They are disagreeing with both. That is third one, withdrawn position. Alright, you go on your own way. I will go on my own way. You are wrong, I am also wrong. Leave it like that, withdrawn. I am okay, you are not okay. Task obesity. Obesity means too much thinking all the time. Heavy thinking. So they keep on thinking, I am okay, I am alright. You get up first. That is task obesity. And I am okay, you are okay, which is second, confronting. A type of compromise. I am not okay, you are okay. Whatever you do, I will follow you. You are correct always. Go. That is dependent type of approach. So there are 4 life position, which is transaction analysis given by the Eric Berne. I am not okay, you are okay. 1 down position. That is dependent. I am okay, you are okay. Healthy. Confronting. I am not okay, you are not okay. Which is in this here, what is given? I am not okay, you are not okay. Withdrawn position. I am okay, but you are not okay. Which is obesity, task obesity position. Dominance. Which of the following is correct about deduction available with respect to contribution to the various provident fund in case of salaried employees? Answer is 1. Why it is 1, Employer contribution to RPF is exempted up to 12% because RPF is having a restriction. And B, employer contribution to URPF is exempted. But employee contribution to URPF is not exempted. And here, C, employer does not contribute to PPF. Employer does not contribute to PPF, Public Provident Fund, which is self-contribution only will be there. If you look at here, employer contribution to PF, RPF is up to 12%, unrecognized is exempt from the tax, and PPF employer will not provide. These 3 statements are given. These 3 statements related to employer contribution. Next, arrange the following of income tax return of e-filing in a sequence. Arrange in a sequence. Answer is 4. BADEC. BADEC. Register, login, download the utility ITR number 1 to 7. Download the form. Finally, file the income tax return. 4th one. Verification is a final one, which is ITR 5. It's an acknowledgement of your income tax return with a digital signature or whatever the e-filing documents need to be sent to the Bengaluru income tax department office. You should send physically to verify your ITR, or else digitally with a digital signature ITR 5 can be verified with a mobile OTP or other OTP. Next, limited liability partnership, particular partnership, mutual agency. So answer for this question is 1 again. Limited liability LLP is it is formed with a minimum 2 individuals or a body corporate. Particular means only for a specified time period. That is 2. Specified particular time period for a particular purpose. Partnership is association of 2 or more individuals. Mutual agencies, all the partner acting on behalf of all the partners or anyone acting on behalf of all, or 1 or more partner acting on behalf of all. That's a mutual agency, means dependency relation. Which are the following financial institutions merged with the subsidiaries? Means, suppose this is their subsidiary and the X is a main company, but they merged and amalgamated. The main companies merged and amalgamated with the subsidiaries. What are those companies? What are those institutions? Pakka ICICI. That is for sure. Remaining you have to identify. Wow, abruptly all are giving wrong answer. Answer is option C. C and D. ICICI and IDBI. ICICI as a corporation, it was established in 1955. In 1995, there was establishment of ICICI Bank, and this was a subsidiary, this was a holding company initially when it was. But later in 2002, this ICICI corporation was merged with ICICI Bank. IDBI is the Industrial Development Bank of India, established in 1964. But later on, initially it was established by the wholly owned subsidiary of the government of India. But later it became IDBI Home Finance Limited. It was established. So later it was taken over. IDBI was merged with the IDBI Home Finance. But later again it was merged with the IDBI Bank. IDBI Bank. So that's why the progression is different for the IDBI. Initially 1964, in 2003, business diversified its business domain to home finance also. So fully owned housing finance subsidiary was renamed as an IDBI Home Finance. But later in 2005, it is merged with the IDBI, which is the IDBI Bank is a subsidiary of IDBI. So IDBI merged with the IDBI Bank in 2005. It is not merged. In 2019, IDBI is not merged. In 2019, what happened? In 2019, LIC has acquired a major share in IDBI. With this, IDBI is recategorized as private bank. It is not a public bank now. Till 2019 it was a public bank. Now it became a private bank. It is not acquired. It is the major shareholder by the LIC. Because of that, it is recategorized as a private entity, not a public. You gave correct answer, madam. I am saying you are too far away from the live. The live you are watching, the question is different, and what question you are answering is different. Markets for automobile needs to be segmented on the basis of answer is 4. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. So market needs to be segmented based on buying behavior, psychological, geographical, demographical. All segmentation bases are there. You can see geographic, demographic, psychographic, behavior, all types of segmentation means dividing a market on different bases. Going concern concept is underlying the basis for. This is appeared in 2023 December exam also. Going concern, similar question was given in December 2023 as well. Yes, it is depreciating asset over its useful life based on the going concern concept only. So businesses continue to exist. So assets also will be utilized for over its useful lifetime period. Next, sampling without replacement, then standard error of the mean is. Sampling without replacement, then standard error of the mean is. Answer is 2. Standard deviation divided by under root n into n minus n divided by n minus 1 is a without replacement. If it is with replacement, now the formula will look like this. Standard deviation equal to the standard error equal to standard deviation divided by under root n. But here standard error equal to, in case of sampling without replacement, standard deviation divided by under root n. This is with replacement, this is without replacement. The headquarters of ASEAN is located at which place of following country? The headquarters of ASEAN is located in which of the following country? ASEAN. ASEAN headquarter is Indonesia. So in ASEAN, how many countries are there? Total 10 countries are there. Founding members are 5: Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore and Thailand. And on 7th of January 1994, Brunei has joined. Vietnam on 28th July. Laos, PDR, Myanmar joined in 97. Cambodia joined in 1999. So with this total 5 additional, this 5 plus 5 founding members, total 10 member countries are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 countries are there. Association of Southeast Asian countries. Arrange the following steps for market competitive pay plan. Market competitive pay plan from the first to last. Market competitive means according to the market requirements, the payment will be done. Answer is option 3. ABEDC. First, the market competitive pay plan in a sequence from first to last. Choose the benchmark jobs and select the compensable factors. What is benchmark? On what basis we have to pay? That jobs we have to identify to compare with our job. On what factor we have to make a payment. Define each compensable. Is it a performance wise, skill wise, or a timing wise, hour basis, or the productivity basis, or the quality basis, or exceptional performance basis? That factors we need to identify for each and every job. And compare and adjust the current and market wage rate for the jobs according to the market and according to the performance, both current and market wages. Later, develop a pay grades like a grade 1, grade 2 officer, their pay scales will differ now. And establish the rate changes. Finally, establish the rate changes according to the grades that we created. Next, which is not correct with respect to matrix organization. What is matrix first? Matrix is a mix of project plus functional organization. Both project and functional organization is called as a matrix organization. The question is about which is not true. Actually, answer is option 2. Functional departments are permanent one. They are saying not permanent. Project departments are not permanent. Whatever project is temporary, according to one project to project, this is a temporary picture. Whereas functional is a permanent. Functions of organization is permanent, like R&D function, sales, distribution, accounts manager, like that all functions are, this is a permanent one. Permanent. Whereas project is a temporary. So with respect to matrix, this is permanent, this is temporary, but they stated ulta. Functional is not a permanent, which is wrong. What is the rate of deduction at source? Tax deduction at source. TDS for insurance commission in case of pension. Sorry, in case of person. So answer is B. If it is a person, now 5%. If it is a company, that is domestic company, 10% it will be. You can see here. As per section 194D, all payments made to resident, whether they are individual or company or any other. If it is a person other than company, 5%. If it is a company, 10% rate of TDS will be applicable for them to deduct. Legal enactment in the chronological order from the first to last. As per their year of establishment, first to last. So answer for this question is 2. My Minimum Wages Act 1948. Okay, Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Mines Act is 1952 and Children Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act is 1986. Apprenticeship Act is 1961. So according to the sequence, which one will come? Wages Act first, later Mines Act. Wages Act first, later BA and E third 61, 70 to 4, 86 5. So it is BAE CB. BAE CB. CD. Next, which of the following is not true for mass marketing? Which is not true for mass marketing? Not true for mass marketing. Answer is 2. In mass marketing, we are not going to deal with the customer directly. The retailer will be dealing with the customer. Mass marketing will not deal with the customer directly. Net present value and IRR methods yield conflicting due to. So the both are getting contradictory results due to what? Due to what point of difference the contradictory result will come in both? So we know that it is due to size disparity, life disparity, cash flow disparity. So cash flow is here, life is here, size is here. BCD. Size means investment size. How much you have invested? Like one project is a big 10 crore project. Another company 10. Another project may be 10 lakh only. Like size and life 5 years. Some project may be 8 years. Cash flow. Regularly some project is giving a return. Some project is not giving regularly. So due to that the result between the IRR and NPV will differ. Human relation approach rejected the Rabel hypothesis. Rabel hypothesis by giving which of the following argument? First of all, what is Rabel hypothesis? You have to know. Rabel hypothesis. So Rabel hypothesis. Answer is 1. Human relation was given by the 𝐴𝐿ton-Mayo. 𝐴𝐿ton-Mayo has studied the human relation approach, where human relation maintenance is much required to motivate the employee towards the productivity. But the human relation approach was rejected the Rabel hypothesis. It means Rabel hypothesis says productivity will be the major concern. Monetary incentive will be playing a major role. That is a Rabel hypothesis. But 𝐴𝐿ton-Mayo has rejected that Rabel. They will not work only for money. There is non-monetary, non-economic incentives will be motivating employees. That worker does not work for money only. He will also work for the satisfaction. Something, relationships are important. Proper facilities are important. Not only working for money. This is a point which human relation, Elton Mayo rejected this rabble. She has conducted that Hawthorne experiment. Hawthorne experiment in Hawthorne factory of Chicago. There. So she has rejected that one. Next, charging different prices to the same product in a different market. Different prices for the same product in a different market. Until the marginal revenue of the last unit sold to the equal to marginal cost. In each market is described by first degree, second degree, third degree, price discrimination, equilibrium price. So answer for this question is 3, C and E. That is third degree of discrimination and price. It is clear that price discrimination, but it is a third degree. What is the difference between 3 degrees? You can look at charging different prices for each individual unit purchased by the person. So people pay according to their own willingness to pay. That is first degree. Each individual unit we are charging different price. We are charging the price according to the quantity sold by the buyer, which is according to the bulk quantity. Third degree is different prices to different group of customers for the same product. That is given question. Third degree, which is not implied condition in a contract of sale. Not an implied condition in a contract of sale. So actually implied, not an implied condition means free from encumbrances. Encumbrance means charge or a mortgage. Mortgage, one product or one asset is mortgage on the other person. Condition has to free from encumbrances. This is not implied because you have to tell explicitly. Nobody can assume whether it is having any mortgage or not. It is not implied one. You have to tell expressly that it is having a mortgage with this bank or with this person before selling that product or a asset to someone. So you cannot assume, it is not an implied condition. It should be explicitly they have to state. Otherwise, how we will get to know? We cannot imply or we cannot assume that it doesn't have any mortgage. Perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic, oligopoly. We completed So answer for this question is option number 3. How come? Perfect competition is an increasing market size because large number of sellers, large number of buyers, and monopoly is an intimation of a product or a service. Selling cost role they are asking. Role of this selling cost. Why are we incurring a selling cost? In perfect competition, to increase your market size, you are incurring a selling cost, the advertisement. In monopoly, to inform about your product or service that you are offering, you are incurring a selling cost. In monopolistic competition, to influence the buying behavior between the competitor to our product, because differentiated product, different customers will be there. In order to attract them, we will be incurring a selling cost. Oligopoly is to sustain the survival of the firm. In order to maintain, because this is a large number of largest few firms will be there. Few companies, but largest big size companies in oligopoly. In order to maintain the competition, we will be incurring a selling cost. That is oligopoly. As per the Carroll model, the 4 levels of CSR are, as per the Carroll model, 4 levels of CSR are so it is 3. Super. Direct answer. Direct questions, direct answer. Carroll model is having 4 responsibilities: economic, legal, ethical, philanthropic. If you look at the funnel, philanthropic, ethical, legal, economic responsibilities are the 4 responsibilities which were given under the Carroll model of corporate social responsibility. In continuous compounding, the time it takes to double the sum grossly follow the rule 69. 2 times, then it will be rule 69. It is changed to discrete compounding. If it is changed to discrete compounding, then the relevant rule of thumb. Peel is a keyword. Correct. Carroll model. Answer for this question is option 2. Rule of 72 will apply. Generally, the time take to double the investment is rule 69, which is 69 divided by interest rate. It will come something later. We need to add the 0.69. But here, if you see, rule 72 is a simplified way to determine how long an investment will take to double given fixed annual rate of interest. When fixed annual rate of interest, which is discrete compounding, it will be by dividing the 72 by annual rate, interest rate. we can get the estimate of how many years it will be. Now, Rule 69 is used to amount the time it will take to investment to double when it is continuously compounded interest. Means interest rate keep on getting varied every year. So in such case, 69 divided by interest rate. After that, we will add 0.35 at the end to get the exact time to double our investment. This is the rule number 72, rule number 69. Whereas rule number 114 is to triple your money. In order to triple your money, 114 divided by I, it will give you time taken to triple your money, TTT. So double discrete compounding 72 by interest, and double if it is a compounding which is continuously compounding 69 divided by interest rate plus 0.35. This is one exception question. We can't do anything for this type of question. So this exceptional question answer is that option number A is the correct answer. Bill Bishop is author for Strategic Marketing for Digital Age. D. Bird is an author for Common Sense Direct Marketing. Daniel Journal is for Online Marketing. Joffrey Report is for Managing the Market Space. Just you have to remember and leave it. Foreign currency assets and liabilities match in terms of amount of exposure and timing of maturities is described as. Currency assets and liabilities in terms of amount of exposure and timing of maturity. So it's a natural hedge, guys. Natural hedge is a correct answer. Natural hedge. What is it? Let me differentiate between the natural hedge and financial hedge. First of all, hedge is reducing the risk as much as possible in the process of foreign currency assets and liabilities conversion. Reducing a risk. Natural hedge is a balancing act by adding assets that have negative correlation. A company can also go for natural hedge by its normal operating procedures. Suppose say incurring expense in the same currency in which company generates a revenue. So this will be reducing the risk. You are generating an income, you are incurring expenses. Both are in same currency. So income minus expenses will be net amount only will be converted to our currency from the foreign currency to our currency. This will reduce the risk of conversion. In the conversion, no error will occur. That is a natural process. Whereas financial hedges, a risk management strategy will be employed. Separate strategy is employed to offset or to reduce the losses in investment by taking opposite position of the related asset. So reduction in risk provided by the hedging also typically results in reduction of the potential profits. So due to this, a separate methodology needs to be implemented in financial hedge, whereas in natural hedge, it comes automatically by way of its operations only. Next, netting, all those things I will take separate session. I am already thinking to take this netting, teaming and lading, edges. We'll discuss in this week only. I will keep a session, 1 hour session. The portfolio theory articulates the diversification to reduce which are the following risks. It is unsystematic because diversification. By diverting into other portfolios, we can reduce the risk. That is unsystematic. Which unsystematic, but the systematic means here the return from a security of a company may vary because of certain factor particular to this company. So, and unsystematic associated with the security of a particular company. By taking separate precautionary measures, we can divert. Whereas systematic are not divertible. We have to incur the losses and take the risk further. It impact on entire firm, entire industry, the systematic factor. In which of the following situation, payback period method is advised, which is an easy method and non-discounting technique. It will not have any time period consideration. Whenever it is over leveraged, means whenever high debt component is there, it is highly risky in nature. In such case, you can use the payback period method, right? In how many years your investment will come back. To check that one, payback period will be useful. And uncertain market condition, when you are not in a position to estimate the condition of a market properly, then go for the payback. Why payback in this two situation? Because these are two uncertain situation. In uncertain situation, rather than making profit, we have to think for how to recover our investment. So the time required to recover our investment is most important in uncertain situations. Next, which of the following does not come under the definition of the information under RTI Act? Which is not information under the RTI Act? So file noting means number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. These are the numbers that we will give it for each file. That is not a information under the RTA. The log books, call records, circulars, data, material in electronic form, all are information only. But file noting is not a information. constraint optimization is closer to which are the following objectives of business? Constraint optimization. So whatever limited resources are there, we have to use it or optimize it effectively. Limited means constraint resources to be optimized means effectively utilized. Effectively we need to utilize our limited resources. Then what is that objective of the business? So answer is satisfying behavior. Why? We are whatever the limited resources which are available, we are trying to use at most effectively. That's a constraint optimization. Even though we have a drawback, even though we are not getting a time, still we are studying for the NET and JRF. Whatever the time available, we are utilizing it effectively. That is a satisfying behavior of a business firm. Next, which defense mechanism is used by a person when he get angry at his child or a spouse because he had a bad day at work? He's having some bad day at work with a manager or something, and coming back to the home scolding on the wife as well as the children. So what type of defense it is? What type of defense it is? It's a displacement. Why? You have to show your anger in the workplace, but you are coming and displacing means simply showing anger at one place, you are showing it other place. You should not show it here, but you are showing it other place. The defensive mechanisms are totally this. If you look at the displacement, transferring thoughts and feelings to one person or object to another person or another object. Like a person who is angry with a boss comes home and yells on the wife or children. Rationalization means this type of defense using excuses to explain away threatening circumstances. So simply some type of threatening is done by the boss, or you are giving a small excuses or something, you are trying to create a reason to escape from that situation. That is another defense. Next, regression is that returning to the previous level of development. Here an adult has that temper tantrum when stuck in traffic. So like when stuck in traffic, we will be doing like this now. So much of anger will come. So that is a regression, returning to a previous level of development. Introjection is then taking in qualities or attitude of others without thought or examination, without even thinking, without even examining or evaluating. You are just trying to, his thought process is very good and trying to adopt it as your own. That is another defense. Reaction formation, behaving in a manner or expressing a feeling opposite of one's true. Your true feeling is something, but opposite to that you are giving outside reaction. Repression, keeping unacceptable thoughts, unconscious unacceptable thoughts in your mind is an repression. It's not a depression, it's a repression. Sublimation means transforming unacceptable thought or needs into acceptable actions. So previously it was unacceptable, but you are turning out them to accept into your mind. These are the defensive strategies. What type of question is this one? Defensive strategies, madam. Personality related question. So 50 questions of the day completed. Target done for the day number 1. We have completed one full question paper yesterday and today. That is 2020 question paper. You have solved it. One full question paper yesterday and today together. How it is? This level of questions only you can expect in the OMR based exam. Don't expect a 2023 December or June 2023 type of question paper. Keep your expectations very low. Don't exaggerate your mind. Don't try to read out everything which you not covered so far. In the last this 15 days, try to revise whatever you covered so far. Don't get tense for everything, every small thing. Whatever you cover, it is 100% for you. Keep that satisfaction in your heart and go for the examination. Revise whatever you covered. Right? Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, if you like the efforts, and if it is beneficial for you, just one like, one subscribe, one share with one of your friends. Thank you so much. We will meet in tomorrow's again 6 p.m. live session for the paper 1, 8 p.m. for the commerce paper 2 will be there. And Laksha batch, paid batch members, morning 8 a.m. as usual for the paper 1. Thank you.